And we are now joined by our race winner, Alex Bowman. Thank you so much for waiting, Alex, and congratulations on the victory. We'll get right into questions here for Alex, so if you have one, please raise your hand or feel free to send me a chat, and we are going to kick things off with Davey Segal. Go ahead, Davey.
Hey, Alex, congratulations. Just curious if you find any poetry in Jimmy making his first IndyCar start in the 48 car and you getting the win here today. Any poetry at all in that?
Yeah, it's really cool. There's so many different things going on right now that I almost didn't even remember that, it's my first win in the 48 and getting the 48 back in victory lane. Thanks, man. What the heck? Ruined it for you. Joey's over there. But no, it just, it's really special for a lot of reasons to win for Ally, to get the 48 back in victory lane. Obviously really emotional, losing Rowdy and Blakely this off season. So, it's been a lot. Obviously Jimmy making his IndyCar debut today as well is really cool. It's probably over by now. So somebody fill me in on how he did and how eventful it was or wasn't for him. But really, really cool.
I think he finished 19th. He spun out early, got stalled, but then got back going, missed a wreck early. Alex Pillow won. Second question. Nice. I know it was emotional for you after the race, as you mentioned. If you don't mind sharing, just can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Rowdy and how hard this offseason really was for you and your team?
Yeah. Our group has a lot of personalities and a lot of awkward people, I guess. Greg and myself are a bit awkward. We have some normal personalities, but like Rowdy was that big outgoing personality that really kept the group pumped up in any situation. Really held us all together, was always happy no matter what the circumstance was. And he meant a ton to our race team. He's probably the first guy when I filled in the 88 back in the day to really make me feel super welcome and feel like he had my back. And he was just a huge part of our team.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead, Jordan.
Alex, you guys have had speed at times this year, but it's kind of been an up and down year in terms of putting together clean races and everything. As the season has moved along, does it start to creep in your mind a little bit of, we don't have a win and you're starting to see some guys get wins that maybe you didn't think were going to do it of, hey, this not desperate, but kind of feeling a little bit that way?
Yeah, somewhat. I think Bristol, we were probably good enough to win. Broke fourth gear. Martinsville, probably good enough to win. Had some issues there. So I feel like we've been capable, had race cars capable, just haven't put all the parts and pieces together, like you said. So, we weren't in a great place with points. But now, we've got to win and we don't have to worry about that. So I wouldn't say we were desperate. I feel like we've had such fast race cars that we knew we were capable of doing a good job and getting into the playoffs, but this definitely eases the nerves a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, our next question will come from Bob Pockers. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Alex, can you first just take me through the restart and kind of what you were thinking and if it went the way you thought it was going to go?
Did not go the way I thought it was going to go. We were pretty awful on short runs all day. To be honest with you, caution came out and I was like, man, we're going to struggle to get out of here with the top five. Just, felt like we had such an amazing long run car, but really struggled on the short runs. And, we took off and my strong suit all day was being able to get into the corner really deep. And I was able to get in deep and beside Denny. And I knew I had the preferred lane and could probably clear him, but I kind of figured that he would get right back to me and be faster than us because we were just really kind of out of the racetrack on short runs. So when we drove away from him, I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Obviously we had some really fast laps there and I was super loose the last couple laps and did my best to give it back away. But, we just really improved the race car there and had a lot of grip taken off.
I mean, do you even know what Greg did to the car?
I don't have a clue. I mean, I didn't see a wedge wrench go in it, so I would say air pressure stuff, which is basically typically your go-to for short run versus long run stuff, right? But it sure woke it up, that's for sure.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take our next question from Jim Utter. Go ahead, Jim.
Congrats, Alex.
Thanks.
You've obviously had proven yourself in the Cup Series by winning a couple times, but how much does this win mean to you in terms of taking over this ride and working with Ally, who've made such a big investment in you and Hendrick Motorsports?
Yeah, it means a lot to get Ally a win and get the 48 back where it belongs. It's been a rough start to the year, but Ally has been super committed. JB and Andrea and everybody else over there have been amazing to work with. We talk a lot, and they are so committed to this program and do so much for us. So so cool to get them a win. It means the world to me, and just very appreciative for them to have faith in me and to give me this opportunity.
And with you and two of your teammates already with wins fairly early in the season, how do you think that will help set you guys up for the playoffs this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I was confident about the playoffs, but obviously this helps. This is a really important racetrack for the playoffs. Short tracks are really important for the playoffs. We've been really strong at the short tracks lately. So, knowing kind of what we need to put ourselves in position to win these races when we come back is super important. And, the 9's going to win super soon. So it's really great to see all 4 teams being so successful at HMS. It's a great group of guys. I really enjoy working with William and Kyle and Chase. It's been a lot of fun. It's just cool to be a part of it.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Jeff Gluck. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Alex. Denny said that he'd rather be where he is at this point in the season without a win because he's smashing everybody, his words, rather than where you'd be right now with a win because I think he feels like he's just running well. Would you feel the same way? Would you trade places with him at this point, or do you like where you're at?
I mean, I feel like, lately we've been really, really fast each and everywhere we've gone. Atlanta, we ran 3rd. Go to Bristol and we're the best car and break a transmission. Go to Atlanta or to Martinsville. The 12 was probably the best car, but we were probably the second best car. And we have our issue there. So pretty happy with where we're at right now. We're going to a lot of places that statistically I've struggled at, like Martinsville and here, and running really, really well. I think when we get to the places that I feel like we're actually good at, it's going to be really, really good.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next question from Chris Knight. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Alex, congratulations on the win. I was just wondering what's your approach moving forward. Now that you have a win, do you just go for as many wins as possible, or do you be a little bit more just, see what happens moving forward? What's your approach?
We go to the racetrack every week to win. We've gone for every win. As long as I've been driving these things, there's never a sit back and relax mode at Hendrick Motorsports. We're expected to race for wins. All of our partners want us to go out and win. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go win a lot of races this year, hopefully, and feel like I have a great group of guys behind me to be able to make that happen.
What would a super speedway win at Talladega mean to you?
Yeah, that'd be pretty special. Not really for any reason aside from the fact that it's Rowdy's home track. Winning means a lot to get our car in victory lane. We miss him and Blakely a lot. So going to his home track, if we're able to win there, I know that'd mean the world to him. So we're going to try our best to make it happen.
Yeah, Alex.
All right, we'll take our next question from Devin Henry. Go ahead, Devin. Devin, are you able to hear us? You can send me a chat if you'd like. I'll take the next one and see if you can figure that out. We'll take our next question from Lee Spencer. Go ahead, Lee.
Thank you, and congratulations, Alex.
Thanks.
Kind of curious, I consider you sort of a short track guy, or a guy that came from short track beginnings. So I'm kind of curious why you're so surprised to win at a short track.
I mean, not necessarily because it's a short track, just because it's Richmond. We've had some pretty painful days here in the past. Really, really struggled. I felt like we got a little better last fall. We had a solid top 10 day, but definitely didn't feel like we, were in contention for a win then. So, to have one of the best race cars all day, overcome as much as we did, and then be able to go win on a restart against, the guy that's probably the best in the garage area here is pretty special. It's definitely surprising. We were bad on short runs, and then we just won the race on a short run. So surprised for a lot of reasons, but happy to have that surprise.
And, do you think it's just the way that you and Greg and everybody have kind of come together? I mean, you've had plenty of time to get used to each other. It just seemed like, with the kind of relationship and how you all have pulled together, that things are just starting to happen on the positive again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we ended last season super strong. We had one of the best playoff runs of anybody. We just didn't have a big group of playoff points to lean on to make that round of 4. We started this year a little rough, but had fast race cars. And, Greg has a tall task when it comes to here in Martinsville specifically. Just, I kind of drive the racetrack wrong, and I can't figure out how to force myself not to. So he just, he's got to make a race car do a lot and do some things that aren't really normal for this place. So, instead of telling me, hey, you need to do this different, you need to drive different, he just goes to work on making the race car do what I ask of it. And it's really paying off here lately.
Appreciate your time. Safe travels.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're going to go back to Devin, see if that works now.
All right, is it working now?
Yep.
Okay, the young people like me aren't supposed to have issues like that, apparently. But Alex, congratulations on the victory, being the kid from State 48 to win the number 48. First and foremost, do you have an update on a new nickname? I know you don't like showman that much, and everyone's going to say that this week, but I guess more importantly, what kind of confidence, or what did you learn from this race as a team that kind of helps out when you know that, you struggled at tracks like Phoenix and Martinsville in the past?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's, I don't know on a nickname. I think I'm kind of stuck with it, unfortunately, but, really confident going to places that maybe I haven't been good at in the past, that Greg has really figured out what I need in the race car, and putting a race car under me that's going to give me what I need to succeed. Martinsville was a place that I struggled at, and we were really fast last week, and obviously, really fast today as well. So I think Greg and I are clicking really well, and just really confident in Greg's ability to give me what I need.
Thanks, Alex. Have fun tonight.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take our next question from Stephen Conley. Go ahead, Stephen.
Congratulations, Alex. It's been since 2008 that Hendrick Motorsports has been in victory lane at Richmond. I'm kind of curious, do you remember where you were last time they were in victory lane at Richmond, what you were doing?
2008, I was, 15. So I was running USAC Focus Midgets. Don't know where, but probably racing somewhere. So it's really neat. This is a place that as a company we've struggled at for a while, and to be able to come here and get a win is really cool.
And looking ahead to next week, Talladega, spring race at Talladega has been your stronger race of the two each year. Will you sleep a little bit better this week, or is there always a little anxiety heading to Talladega?
Yeah, nobody sleeps while going to Talladega. There's a high probability of hitting stuff really hard. So, that's just part of this race week. Super Speedways, we like to tear some stuff up. I think I made 12 laps at the Daytona 500 this year. So, not going to sleep any better since we have a win, but at least we won't have to hit the panic button because of points.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks.
All right, Alex. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with us. That is all the time we have with him. Congratulations on the win, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Alex.